beloved, before we get into today, let me take a moment to make sure you're following us on social media and YouTube. I'm producing videos every week because I want to see God make a massive impact in your life. Today, we're talking about how to teach our kids to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, right? And how to stand up and do what's right. If you missed my show on fatherwords this week, I encourage you to go back and watch it first. I promise I'll be right here when you get back. When I was about 9 years old, I remember seeing a whites only sign on a local laundromat right outside of the naval base in South Carolina. Back then, they had an actual person manning the laundromat who hung out behind a cage, and you'd hand him a quarter and he would give you a little box of laundry detergent, you might remember that, to wash your clothes. I didn't understand what the sign meant. My mom sent me there to wash his clothes. So I actually went inside and I asked the man behind the cage, why can't we put our colored clothes into the washing machine? I thought the sign meant that we could only wash the white clothes in their machines. I won't repeat what that man said. It horrified me, but I will say I didn't like it. My mom told me, when I told my mom when I got home, and we made signs together and we put them up all over the naval base where we lived and told people not to go to that laundromat. That was my first demonstration. There's a lesson in that story that we need to teach our kids today. See, God has called each and every one of us to put off our old self, our old way of doing things, those hurtful words, that hateful action, maybe speech, and putting others down to build ourselves up is not what he wants, and to put on a new way of living, being God's light to people in a dark place and standing up for God's truth. See, part of revealing God's truth to the world is to create a culture of honesty and truthfulness in our home, where we encourage our kids to not only stand up for what is right, but first, that they be willing to tell the truth, even if it's going to come with consequences. Dear children, the Bible says in 1 John 3:18, let us not merely say that we love each other, but let us show the truth by our actions. Here's some things that I've done in my own family to help teach my kids to tell the truth. Number one, when my kids were younger, I would tell them that they would not get punished for telling the truth. But if they lied, it was going to be much worse punishment. You'll need to see how this kind of fits in your home and your culture and your family culture, but consider ways to motivate your kids to tell the truth. You may want to change your tone while talking to your kids so that you make it easy for them to tell you the truth. If you come at them hard like, did you do that? What are they going to do? Oh, no way, right? So you got to give them away. You know, one of the things I've learned is you ask them questions around that activity. Many times they'll tell on themselves. These are just a few ideas to help you know how to motivate your kids to do this. And my final idea, be a truth teller yourself. And when you blow it and you know it with your kids, maybe you're telling a story that maybe didn't quite happen that way, go back and say, you know what, your dad exaggerated. Not that I ever have a problem with that, but maybe somebody else does. Hey, beloved, I'm doing these shows every week to help you not just survive, but thrive in your family. You know, it takes work to be a great mom and dad, but I know you can get there. And I want to help you make even a bigger impact on your family. I've built an entire series designed to equip you to be the father or mother your family needs. It's called The Blessing of the Father for Families. There's loads more information there than I can possibly fit into this little weekly time together. Check it out at blessingofthefather.com. And remember this, it's never too late for God to heal your family story.
I ain't good enough, but he still loves me.